when the M2's paid off, that's next in line. I've been wanting a Tesla since those suckers came out, so I think someone did a fat burnout, dude. What the hell? Oh my god, it's like foggy. Who's spinning them? All I smell is burning rubber in the Starbucks drive-through. Anyways, yeah, we'll move towards a Tesla. Hopefully by next year. That's my goal. Next year, if I can own a Tesla, we'll be sitting freaking pretty. All right, rant over. On today's coffee episode, we just got the nitro cold brew without anything, without cream and sugar. Someone told me to try this, so I'm trying it. It tastes like black coffee again. That's all it tastes like. With a little foam on the top. All right. Review, it's fine. I'd rather cream and sugar still. Oh, what are you doing, dude? You don't like the nitro cold brew?
Straight up, it's slightly cold. Not.
You don't like it? You're gay. That's what I thought my reaction would be with the black coffee, which this is kind of black. Anyways, Jordan's been here for a little bit. He just got the fuel pump out. What did you just ask me?
What kind of fuel pump do you think it has?
I think it's a wall, bro.
You think it's a wall, bro?
I think it's a wall.
If you bet money on that, you'd be correct.
So it does have a wall, bro.
Yes.
So the question is, that wall, bro, bad? Is it tired? Who knows? But we have another one. So we're just going to put the other one in just for shits and giggles. And hopefully that fixes the problem. Regardless, this thing's going on the dyno tomorrow. We just had a fuel pump laying around, so we figured something's better than nothing. And we're obviously going to check the fuel pressure and all of that. But while Jordan's doing that, I want to kind of push this forward a little bit. And I ordered Megan Racing engine mounts like right before I left for Connecticut, assuming that it would be here within like 5 to 6 days. It ended up coming like 3 or 4 months later. So I have those mounts. I got them because they're a little more stiffer than the OEM ones. And I also just ordered today some engine spacers, because we're having that problem where the wastegate, when every time the engine torques, the wastegate is hitting the frame rail. So I think that's why the manifold keeps cracking, because every time it torques, it's hitting and it's constantly just putting so much pressure on it and vibrating and doing all the things that it's not supposed to be doing. So we're gonna do the Megan Racing engine mounts today. And whenever those engine spacers come in, not only does it raise your oil pan up, obviously it raises the whole engine, so we won't have to deal with like that torque as much. So we're gonna pull this forward and start to dive into this as well. All right, so Jordan got the new wall, bro, and actually he found a problem. You wanna explain the problem?
Yeah, right on this little bracket at the bottom here, this filter sock usually mounts the opposite way, but you know, that's still in the fuel like that. Actually, it's supposed to mount this way, but it's supposed to come out further. It doesn't, so I had to cut a bigger relief in that right there. So
yeah, so when I cut it, I must have cut it too short, and the problem was the sock was sitting like crooked on the fuel pump, so maybe there was like air going through it,
because this does sit in the car like this.
Yeah,
so if the fuel level's not up to here, if it's down here, even though this is covered in fuel, it might be sucking air in.
Yeah, we're not saying that's the problem, but we're saying there was a problem there and now it's fixed. Dang, I didn't even know I had those big zip ties. That's sick.
It was already on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. So he's doing that. I got the ricer all jacked up. I already have one engine mount loose. All I have to do is crank this up. I'm just gonna go grab the Megan Racing mounts from the truck, and then I'll finish this. So I'll be honest, I've never actually done engine mounts on a Miata inside the car. I thought it was gonna be a lot easier than it was. I thought I was gonna be able to just unbolt the nut from here and somehow get a wrench while this actual bracket was still hooked up to the engine, and get a wrench and put it on the back side of the engine mount. I was very, very mistaken. There was no room whatsoever to get behind here. So I ended up just taking the whole bracket off, which it was really easy. I just took the wheel off, grabbed an extension, and I had a straight shot. This is the driver's side. I haven't tried the passenger side yet, but I assume it won't be that bad. And yeah, I'm doing both at the same time. I wanted to do one at a time so I didn't have to realign the engine, but she should be a-okay. What do you think?
I think we're good to go.
Yeah, and fuel pumps in. I mean, that's really all we can do with the Ricer Civic today. We don't really have any other plans for that until tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna try to put this one on, and maybe the passenger side will be harder, probably. All right, so driver's side's already done. It was actually pretty easy. Passenger side, looking at it at first, it looked a little challenging, but I just used a ratchet on the 2 ones in the front, and then I used this with an extension in the back. Honestly, I was just laying underneath the car like 10 minutes ago. I'm like, oh, this is gonna suck. But now we're almost done, so it really wasn't that bad. Pop this off. Throw this one on. Tighten her down. We'll put the dick on after. Make sure you put this thing on.
Condom.
I guess it is a condom, right? Because it's like protecting from the metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, condoms protect you. I don't use condoms. All right, guys, so we just finished the engine mounts. The easy part was getting them out and putting them back in. I guess the hard part was readjusting the engine mounts back into the subframe. Passenger side is super easy. Yeah, ignore. Don't even stop.
Is this your ball joint boot?
Stop it, dude.
You
stop that, all right? I didn't have a boot. The fucking AutoZone didn't have the right boot. I just made do.
And no cotter pin on the castle nut.
You just quiet over there, okay? But what we had to do was we tightened both brackets on the engine mount. We had to end up loosening it on the driver's side to kind of like cock it, you know, and
angle it down so that when it went into the hole, it just kind of slid in.
Exactly.
Went down.
Yeah, Jordan risked his whole hand for this operation. And then he goes to put the wheels back on, he just tightened them, and I'm like, yo, actually, I have control arms for this. Why don't we just put the control arms on it? Destroy or Die sponsored this video 4 months ago. Like, they literally got to me. I went to Connecticut, and then I got hurt, and then I wasn't able to put them on. So, like, this has been kind of a chaotic thing, but Destroy or Die, they did send me some upper control arms for the Ricer Miata, because this is gonna be a drift boy. I mean, pop the trunk. They've just been sitting in the trunk. Here we go. Ew, dude. Yo, you want a claw, Jordan? Do you want a claw? Oh my God. Yeah, I guess I had a pack of claws. This trunk is actually AIDS, as you can see. If you leave stuff in here, this trunk isn't really a usable trunk. Dude, that's so gross. Anyways, ooh, mint. We got this sent from Florida. Okay, so we got the bushings right here for the upper control arms, and then we got these bad girls. Look at these things, fully adjustable. Everything is good. We even have the boot. You like this, dude? We even got the boot. So we're gonna go ahead. Jordan, I think he's already taken the upper control arm out. Good news is Miatas are super easy, so we can just bang this out real fast. Tomorrow, I guess I'm just gonna get a new alignment as well, just because I don't remember when I got an alignment last on this. So we're gonna do an alignment. And also, since Jack's doing the Ricer Civic tomorrow, and it's a dyno day, we're gonna be doing the Ricer Miata as well. That's kind of why we're working on it, just so we can get this thing to 100%. So when I'm actually ready to drive, this thing is just turnkey and go, ready to drift. Because when I can drift, I just want to rent a freaking track or something and just go balls to the wall all day, because apparently the compound's closed. So yeah, we're gonna take the control arms off and put these bad girls on. If you guys want control arms, lower control arms, anything for your Miata or a 240, you can go to destroyordie.com. It's gonna be in the description below. Big thank you to Dan for actually sending these out, and big thank you to him for just understanding my situation and stuff. Like, I was supposed to make this video a long time ago, but I talked to him, he fully understands and everything. So definitely support them, because they're a good company. They actually care about your car and shit, so it's cool. These are cool. We're gonna put these on. While Jordan's working on taking the upper control arms out, I'm just gonna bang these bushings in. You can get polyurethane bushings. They come with the rod to put in the bushing, and they come even with some lube in case she's a bit rough. And came with some good instructions, because it came with these nylon washers, and I had no idea what to do with them, but simply explained that you just put it in right there after the rod. So rod sits there, nylon bushing sits at the end. So I'm gonna do this, lube everything up, and Jordan's gonna be mallet it away. These bushings go in super easy too. I was gonna grab a mallet, but there's not really a point. Look at that, easy. And then you use the lube to get the metal ring in, or the rod in, which I assume is gonna be a little harder. Think? Yeah, maybe a little. Getting the hole all lubed up, making sure it's good.
The ladies like.
You really gotta go in. Okay, then rod gets shoved into so. Dang, that's actually going. Hands are all fucking looby. Dang, not bad actually. That was super easy, holy crap. Same goes for this side. Shove it in a little bit. Turn this over, no mallet needed, look at this. Then the nylon washer just sits right there. I'm gonna do this other side off camera. This one is ready to go though. So Jordan just finished putting on the upper control arms, but as you can see, it's full positive right now. So like, that is no bueno?
No bueno.
No bueno. Dude, can you say something in Spanish real quick?
Say something in Spanish real quick. Rudnik es el muy...
You probably called me an idiot.
No, worse. Way worse.
Way worse?
Pinche...
What are you saying?
Dale.
That means do that, right?
No. It means hurry up.
I just wanted him to do that because like, when he speaks English, he has a different accent than when you're speaking Spanish.
Right, because
you like go full Spanish.
If you speak another language, like that's my main pet peeve. When you speak a different language, I understand it's uncomfortable to speak in that language using their accent. But that's the only way it sounds correct.
No, you sound fucking fluent. What did you call me?
Fucking.
Oh God! You can't say that. You just gotta tell me what word to. You can't say that word. You can say. I don't even know if I want to say that anymore. I was reading like the YouTube guidelines and stuff. They weren't. You call me a dude. Anyways, we're just gonna loosen these real quick. I just wanna.
You wanna redo that? We can put this in there. Tu esa mi corazón.
I don't know what you're saying. What was that?
That was very wrongly the way to say you are my love.
Oh, you love me?
I don't go that far. I'll get back to the other words.
Jeez, you're a little tight. How do you push this all the way back? It's like that. There we go. Ooh, camber gang or die, baby. So can we take these out? No, you can't. Stop.
You want more camber?
Dude, I want all the camber. Drift spec, baby. All right, so we're gonna tighten these up. We're gonna have full camber. I'm curious to see what it looks like. You think these mess with your track with? Like they push out the wheel a little more? Or that would be that's a lower control arm thing.
I think that these are stock replacements if you kind of centered that ball.
Oh, you know what? So I had stock upper control arms before and I wasn't able to fully max out the lower ball joint to like get the full track width, you know what I mean? So we can actually do that, but we don't have to do that right now. Because after this, we need to go back to the Ricer Civic because the VTEC solenoid's definitely not kicking on. We know that. The speed sensor is not working?
No.
It's not working. So we need to figure that out for sure because how the VTEC works is it turns on at a certain speed, which is 9 miles per hour.
Right.
And if it doesn't see 9 miles per hour, it doesn't turn on. But Jack did go into the S300 and he put it to 0. So it still should be kicking on.
See, but at the same, yes, in theory it should be kicking on. We'll have to test the sensor separate by just hooking it up to power and grounding it and seeing if it clicks on and off. If it does, then it needs some sort of reading from the speedo sensor.
You were talking about testing the VTEC solenoid.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think you said speed sensor.
Well, yeah, hooking power up to the VTEC solenoid to see if it even actuates.
To see if it clicks.
But even if in the software it's telling it to turn on at 0 miles per hour,
it still might need that reading from the speed sensor.
Regardless,
that's what I thought.
Working
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're just gonna max out this camber real quick. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Just loosen these 6, push it forward, and then we're gonna lower this. We're gonna be like, ooh, ah, super cool, and then we're gonna go over to the crap box and we're gonna try to fix that. We're getting a lot done today.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Sunday, we're making moves. All right, so we just put the Miata back in the ground. You can see that it actually pushed out the wheel a lot more, which I like. It doesn't have enough camber yet, but the problem is the lower control arm, it's got 3 different slots. It's all the way in right now because with the stock control arms, it only allowed me to go to the one furthest into the car. But when we bring this to go get an alignment, which will probably be Tuesday, I can just have them take the ball joint out, extend it all the way out, and then they can adjust the tie rods and adjust everything accordingly. And then that thing will be sitting drift spec. I want to thank Dan, and I want to thank Destroy or Die one more time for sponsoring this video. And I want to also apologize that it obviously took way too long. And this is sick, and I'm stoked on it. You guys should definitely go in the description and just check out their website. If you have a Miata, check it out and shop around, because they do got good stuff. And sooner or later, when I can drift, I'm gonna prove that to you. Just patience. Now we're gonna work on this. We gotta get the power probe out. Power probe. Oh. She works. So it's definitely the speed sensor then, because that's activating.
Yes.
You know what we should do?
It might be the multiple.
I have a great idea.
Let me check this.
Well, how do you check that?
We got no continuity here.
So it's the wiring. I think I had to extend some stuff over there.
Yeah.
So it might not even be the speed sensor, or it's obviously not that, because that's working. It might just be my crappy wiring. It's a good thing you know how to wire, bud. Don't you like that?
I love it.
Good. That's what I like to hear, man. Well, maybe it was my fault all along. All right, so the VTEC solenoid is officially working. We tested it with the 12 volts. The wire, the wire came out of the butt connector a little, so it was getting an iffy signal. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. I think the best move is, let's just go for a drive real quick. I mean, obviously we're gonna be able to hear if VTEC's turning on. So let's just start this baby up and we're gonna send her. Okay, so here's what we do now. Right now we know the VTEC solenoid's working.
Electrically, it's working.
We don't know if it's gonna turn on or not. If it doesn't turn on, the next thing we're gonna point fingers at is the speed sensor. Because although it's at 0, there is a chance that it still needs that reading to actually make the VTEC turn on. This car is so chalk. We're just gonna go for it. Here we go. It starts right, dude, that was with, oh, you let it prime and shit, that's why. Gotcha. Dude, this clutch literally catches like that much. It's crazy. Oh yeah. What, we blew a head gasket? Holy fuck, dude. Is that a head gasket? Turbo. Oh my god. I think I might just buy a turbo, realistically.
Jesus.
It's getting worse. That no power steering light. Yeah, let's just hit the fucking M2. Here, you want to hold this? Yeah. Oh no, dude. What is that chimney? What is going on? Dude, this thing's such a clap box. I'm ordering a turbo tomorrow. I don't care. Regardless, I want a turbo anyway, so. Alright, so the car just doesn't work at all anymore.
It's not hot enough.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Asshole.
Dude, we used to do that in Subarus because it's all-wheel drive, so it's just. I'm such a dick. I love it. Yo, Matt, where you at with that song? Are you ready to race?
Yeah.
We can't even go 20 miles per hour right now. On Discord, I was talking so much crap to him yesterday, just sounding so confident that I'm gonna win this race. With actual zero confidence. I don't think I'm gonna win at this moment in time. As it warms up, the smoke goes a little. Well, it goes with the engine. Yo, this thing's junk, dude.
Let it warm up. It's got no thermostat in it, so that gauge is.
We're just gonna drive around for a few minutes. We'll see you in a sec. Jordan just plugged the computer in. He said there was a faulty code. He starts shaking his head. He's like, I swear to God. Now he's in the engine bay. He won't tell me what it is. He's just doing something. Is he all right? Uh-oh. He doesn't look happy. What's happening, dude?
All right, so I have nightmares of code 6. Code 6 is engine coolant temperature.
Okay.
So if I clear this, now it's working. No, it's not.
Because
it's not updating the engine coolant temperature.
Okay.
Which I don't know if that's just.
Why is this your biggest nightmare? Because the car doesn't run good without it at all.
Yes.
And that's why we're cutting out and stuff.
Yes.
Sick. I like that. That's cool. Do you think that can be a reason why it was running like poopy all yesterday? Well, because the check engine light's been on since we started the car, and now it's gone that you deleted that. So maybe it's just been a pile of poop because one sensor. That would actually be pretty sick.
That's all it is. It's not the sensor. The sensor's working. You don't have a plug for it. You got 2 spade connectors jammed in the hole.
Don't you love that shit? Alright, so Jordan doesn't seem too confident in this whole thing, so I'm not confident at all.
Well, now the check engine light's actually off, so...
So it's either gonna do the same thing it did yesterday, or it's gonna fucking blow the tires off, is what you're saying.
Yes.
I'm a gambling man. I think that was a little better, I think we're in the right track. I think it just needs to be tuned. I don't want to like actually floor it.
Yeah.
But like, it sounds like the engine was changing, right? It sounded like VTEC kind of kicked in.
I wasn't even listening. You can't really hear it because it's on the intake side and the exhaust is so loud.
But it didn't hear, like before it didn't sound right. Like now the engine actually sounds like normal, you know? We'll do it again, but
yeah,
obviously not like rage it. No, that's definitely a different noise.
It's not going lean at all.
It's not? It's going what, rich?
Yeah. Yeah, it's sitting at 11. In the 11s at wide open throttle like that.
Well, if that's the case, we can try to romp it a little bit.
Yeah.
Just fucking scream at me if something happens.
I'll keep an eye on it.
That's if that's accurate. I think it was actually blowing black smoke, so that should be accurate. When I actually first installed one of those in the Ricer, I had no idea, and it was running 17 AFRs, and I'm like, this thing fucking rips, fucking.
Unbelievable.
And I thought it was good. I thought it was the opposite. I thought rich was super lean. I thought lean was rich. No one ever told me the difference. So I'm like, yeah, this thing's running great. Dude, I hit so much boost, but that engine lasted like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? It's gonna send it. Check engine lights on. So we gotta fix that, obviously.
Speed sensor.
That was a speed sensor.
Yeah.
So you said it's plugged in, but the speed sensor's just bad, so we need a speed sensor, in which we need to make another junkyard trip, is what you're saying, sir. Oh, this thing!
Yep, and I can't disable the speed sensor.
So we're fucked. That's it. That's all that's all she wrote.
I mean, I can clear. Hold on.
Why is this person just doing laps? Is that who I think it is?
I don't know. Let's go. Let's try it.
This is junk, dude.
Yeah, she gets up to the 13s.
Yeah, we're not gonna keep going because obviously we have issues. It needs to be tuned. But the fact that it just broke the tires, we're in the right direction.
Yeah.
So I think we need to address the speed sensor. I think we need to look into that coolant temp, and then we'll be good for the dyno. And then it should actually be good. And if the turbo's not smoking, things are looking up. Regardless, I'm gonna order a turbo from ATP tomorrow because we want a new one anyways. We're gonna die.
Oh, we're gonna die. Oh my god. Ah!
You starter flopping.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, check engine lights back on.
Vehicle speed sensor.
So that's cool though. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that progress for sure. We're going in the right direction. That's all that matters.
For sure.
So hopefully by tomorrow we'll actually be cranking.
Yeah, if we can find a good speed sensor, and
That's
we can.
the issue.
We have to go to the junkyard for that coolant temp sensor plug, and then once we get a speed sensor.
So it's the plug, not the sensor. The plug just doesn't snap in. Is that what? Oh, you spade. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. I forgot about that.
I'll show the boys at home what this sensor plug looks like and why it keeps disconnecting. Oh, all right. So, you guys ready for some cringe? That's your connector for the engine
Listen,
coolant.
man. When life gives you lemons, you find someone with a paper cut. That's
You're
what
just
happens.
Ass.
I don't make lemonade. I find the paper cut.
All right. Well.
Well, we know the issues. So we're just gonna fix the issues, and then we're gonna be a-okay. What I do for the thumbnail. I'm going for it, dude.
Oh, that poor
Crunch it a
door.
little bit.
That's hot.
You like this?
I like that.
Thank you. All right, so super stoked with the progress today. Honestly, I was expecting just to do the fuel pump and do the engine mounts, but we ended up doing the upper control arms, the engine mounts, the fuel pump. We figured out the coolant temp. We figured out the VTEC. Everything should be situated tomorrow 100%. I did want to point out this though. I don't know if it's just because they're brand new, but the Megan Racing definitely raised it up. Maybe because like the actual bushing is so much harder. You think this is gonna go flush over time?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just thought that was pretty cool. But regardless, this is probably what it's gonna end up looking like because we're getting those engine spacers, so we don't have to worry about that torque like I was saying earlier. But I think this is a good end point. Once again, I'm gonna say it one more time. Thank you, Dan from Destroy or Die. Check them out in the description below. I'm really stoked. I can't wait to actually test the product and actually use it when I can drift and stuff. But realistically, I can drive this Ricer Civic pretty good. Like I can rev match, I can push in the clutch pretty fast. So we're definitely making improvements. That doesn't really hurt at all. I mean, the Ricer, it's a little stiffer of a clutch, so we do have to kind of work that in. But if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to subscribe for more, subscribe for more. Dyno Day tomorrow with this bad girl. Anything above 200, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Anything above 200 is gonna destroy the Saab. We're gonna leave it on that note. Peace out. It's actually kind of to a point where I have no idea what the hell to say at the end of this outro. The beatboxing was funny, but now I just don't even know any more beats. So how can I do beats if I don't know? And I don't want to learn new beats. I just select what I had. So sorry.